Hello and welcome to Better Schools Today. I'm Jake Ruzzi. Are your emails constantly getting in the way of the work you actually need to do? Well, here's my 5 tips for how to make your emails work for you and not the other way around. The first thing you need to do is unsubscribe from all the newsletters that don't serve you anymore. I'm sure you probably have a number of them that you subscribe to that you thought were going to be super helpful and they just aren't. Unsubscribe from them. It's okay. You don't need them. You won't miss them. I'm going to show you how to organize the ones that do matter and that you do want to keep. All right, the first thing we're going to do is jump into Gmail, and we're going to go to the search bar here and click the search options. Now we want to be able to find all of our newsletters. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to use the has the words function and search for anything that has the word unsubscribe in it. You can see I've already been testing this out. All your newsletters have an unsubscribe button. And so anything that comes to your inbox with an unsubscribe in the body somewhere is going to probably be a newsletter. So from here, we're going to create a filter. And what we're going to do is we want to apply a label to it. And so you can see I already have my newsletter label here, but since you probably don't have one, we're going to create a new label and we'll call it annoying stuff. All right. Hey, so one thing I forgot to mention while I was recording this is, do you see the option that says apply to the remaining conversations? Click that button if you wanted to apply to everything in your inbox and not just the new stuff. And now we're just going to create filter, and that's it. So now what we want to do is filter those things out of our inbox. In order to do that, we are going to use the multiple inbox function that Gmail has, which if you haven't used it before is pretty cool. First thing you want to do is come to the gear up here, and you want to go to See All Settings. Then you're going to click the inbox button here because we're going to focus on our inbox. And we are going to change the inbox type from whatever you have it set to multiple inboxes. Yours might be filled in with something here, but what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 inboxes. One for all of our unread mail and another for all of our newsletters. The first section that we're going to do is create an unread inbox. Our next one is going to be called newsletters. You can just throw that in there now. Under section 1, we're going to have to use what Google calls a search query, which if you don't know how to do that, it's okay. Google has a explanation of how to use the different search terms if later after this video you want to create your own, and I will link that in the description of this video. But I'm going to tell you how to do it exactly for what we're doing today. So first we're going to start with the word is, unread. Then, since we want to make sure that we don't also include our newsletters, we're going to add another function that filters out all the newsletters. This part is case sensitive, so make sure you watch closely. All capitals and not. If you don't use all capitals, it's not going to work. We are going to then type label after we put another space. We're going to add a colon, and we're going to use our label of annoying stuff, since that's where our newsletters are filtering in now. Just use whatever you labeled your newsletter tag as. Under section 2, we're going to create the next search query for label annoying stuff. And that's going to be our newsletters here. So next, you have a couple of options of how you want this to show up. It's really up to you. Maximum page size is just going to be how many emails you see in each inbox. Then keep in mind that after you create these, you're still going to see your main inbox. So that's not going anywhere. Your inbox that has everything, all the emails that you get is still going to be there. So now you have to choose where these 2 inboxes show up. And just for this video, I'm going to keep it on right of the inbox. You can change it to above or below, whatever your preference is, after you kind of play around with it for a little while. Next, what we want to do is make sure we go down to the bottom and click Save Changes. Okay, so now once you jump back over to your inbox, you'll see the 2 inboxes that you just created, along with your main inbox that has everything. Now, if everything worked out properly, what you should see is your unread tab has everything that's not read yet, but also is not part of your newsletters or annoying stuff label. So you can see in this, I already have my newsletters thing, but if I click into this, you can see right here, the annoying stuff label is applied. We can jump back out of here. And so now, if I go ahead and mark this email as read, once my inbox updates, it will disappear from my unread folder. And now I can just carry on with my life, only caring about the messages that matter. And notice all of the stuff that showed up in the newsletters, gone. You can also set this up if you want to, using the same and not, and then is unread. You can add to your inbox search query under newsletters that you can do the same thing. So as you read them, they will disappear. But that's up to you, however you want to do it. Number 2 is we are going to turn off notifications. You don't need them. Email is not a thing that you need to be updated on the second a new email comes into your inbox. Email is not instant messaging, and anybody who wants a quick reply from an email is using it wrong. If right now you have notifications set up on Gmail, I'm going to show you how to turn them off. We're going to come back to the gear and see all settings. Under General, you're just going to scroll down until you find the desktop notifications section right here. Now you want to make sure mail notifications are off. As you see, I have. If they're checked here, make sure you turn them off. You don't need them. Save your changes. Number 3, schedule time during your day to check emails. Now, the amount of times that you need to check your emails is totally up to you and whatever works for you. For me, I'm going to set up 2 email work times, and I'm going to make this just nice and easy. So we're going to set this up. My workday starts at 7 a.m., so I'm just going to set it up to be from 7 a.m. to 7:30 every weekday. And now we are going to set it to be busy, default regular. I don't need a reminder. I'm going to know, and we're going to save. I'm just going to go ahead and add another one for the afternoon, because for me, checking email at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day is going to be best. There we go. Okay, so now you can see I have my scheduled work time. The trick now is just to follow it. Number 4 is create templates for yourself. I find myself answering the same questions kind of a lot. In my role, I'm usually the first person parents reach out to when they want to talk about scheduling something, or when they have a question about any of the events that we have at school. So what I've done is I just have a Google Doc that I just throw all of the email templates that I have in there all in one space. And so whenever I need them, I just open up that Google Doc, copy and paste it into my email, and send it off. It saves a lot of time where I used to just have to type the same thing over and over and over again. Make yourself templates. You'll thank yourself later. Number 5 is prioritize the hard stuff. It's literally the opposite of what you probably want to do, but it's exactly what you need to do. I ask myself a couple of questions when I'm going through my emails. 1, does this email need input from other people? Does it require a phone call, more emails, or is it some kind of meeting agenda for something that I have to meet with people for? Will this task take me more than 3 minutes to complete? And is some level of timeliness required? If you answered yes to any of those 3 questions when looking at an email, you probably need to do that first. The emails where you're just going to be able to send off a quick yes or no, or roger that, or throw something in an agenda, maybe skip that. You can come back to that during your scheduled email work time. Well, so what do you think? Was that helpful? Was it not? Was there anything that you do that I didn't mention that you might think is helpful for me? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.